Hey everybody, this is All College Football All the Time, and today we are going to be breaking down the Texas versus Kansas, both undefeated. 3 versus 25, I think it is. In this video, previewing and predicting this awesome game for my final preview and breakdown of all the weekend slates. Not going to do Oregon because Oregon is facing Stanford. They're going to knock their teeth in. It's not even going to be close. Okay, so it's actually 24. Kansas is 24, but they're both undefeated. I mean, obviously, Texas has the best win by far. They both have decent opponents. I would say that Texas, they've kind of been up and down. With them facing Wyoming, they looked not very good for about 3 quarters, but then they turned it on in the fourth. So let's look at this. It's at Texas. That's not good if you are Kansas. Because I think Kansas is a really good team. They are going to contend, I think. But I think that line is way too high. I would not take 16.5 in this game. Now, Kansas rushes for 217 yards and call it 218, 155 yards for Texas rushing the ball. Passing the ball, you have Texas 277 because of Quinn Ewers and 245 for Kansas. Kansas does have more total yards, though, and Texas has fewer per game. And the interesting thing is Kansas has more points, but they've allowed more, and this is going to be the problem. If you look at the yards, Kansas does have more total yards. They have more they have less net passing yards, but they have more net rushing yards, and they have about almost 20 more first downs. The penalties are pretty even. I mean, Kansas commits more penalties, though, but by a slight margin. So let's look at, when you look at the stats, obviously, Jay Daniels looks like he's more of a game manager. He's only got 5 touchdowns passing, 1 interception, but rushing, they're pretty dominant with their running back Neal and Hinshaw. Looks like that's a dual attack. And then receivers, they have Arnold and they keep it with those 5 receivers. They spread it out pretty evenly, but it looks like Grimm's the go-to guy for Kansas with all those touchdowns. Quinn Ewers, I mean, you know what you're getting with him. He's amazing. 9 touchdowns, 0 picks, over 1,000 yards passing, 3 touchdowns on the ground. And Brooks is a pretty good running back, too. And obviously they have 2 really good number 1 receivers in Sanders and Worthy, and they have some pretty good backups, too. And Texas is better. And Keller looks like is the better kicker, but who knows? You don't know how far they've been kicking from. So it's in Texas. Who do I think is going to win? Obviously, Texas is going to win. I don't think they cover, though. 16.5 is a lot of points. Kansas is a really good team. I'm pretty sure they played them pretty tough last year. I think that Texas wins 37-24. They don't quite make the spread. They can't quite get to that 16.5, get to the 17 points. I think Kansas makes enough to stay in it for the most part. But then Texas, maybe like with 5 or 6 minutes left in the game, they get a touchdown to put them up by 13 points. And the Kansas just can't finish the job. They can't. Their defense isn't that good, so I mean it is good, but it's not great. So that's what I think. I think 37-24. They win by 13 points. They're in Texas. Although that would be a massive upset if it happened. They're possible. They are a team that could do that, but I just don't see it happening. So I hope you liked this, and if you like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.